Oh, hey, so I've just uploaded a video which you're about to get access to, which is the full version of the Rapid Profit TikTok Ads Superclass Part 1, which is part of the paid AFLabs membership. And in this video, I break down the 3 keys to making rapid profits with TikTok ads, which is what me and my students follow to turn penny clicks into thousands of dollars by using TikTok ads to promote a certain type of affiliate offer. Now, you may have seen some of my previous videos where I shared how I've been able to bring in affiliate commissions of consistent $30,000 per day, $40,000 per day. It's on my YouTube channel, you can check it out. And you may have even seen a video that I posted on my Facebook where I showed one of my recent students who was able to make $20,000 in his second week using this same system, using something I call micro budget rapid profit TikTok ads promoting a certain type of affiliate offer. You just need to know the type of affiliate offers that work on TikTok and then how to run TikTok ads the right way. Now, my battery is about to die on this camera, so what we'll do is we're going to go into the Superclass Part 1 now, and you'll be able to watch it. It's quite a long video, so hope you can take notes and enjoy. Let me know what you think below. So enjoy the Superclass. Okay, hey guys, it's Jani here, and welcome to this video where I'm going to be going over the 3 keys to TikTok ads success. And by success, I mean profits, okay? Now, there are 3 keys that are super important to understand, which all work in harmony together. They need to work in harmony together for you to reap ridiculous profits from TikTok ads, okay? So I'm gonna come a little bit closer here because the setup's not ideal, but hopefully you can see. Now, when I first started paid ads in general, right, I was pretty much like most people, where I was what you call trigger happy. Like, all I wanted to do was hit that button, launch the ad, let me launch it, and then I lose a bunch of money because I have no idea what the hell I'm doing, right? It took me years and a lot of money in figuring this out to realize that there's only 3 keys that you need to master in order to have success with paid ads, and more specifically TikTok ads in this scenario, right? This is part of rapid profit TikTok ads. There are 3 keys. I'm going to go over each 3 keys, and within each of the 3 keys there's a specific processes for each one which you need to learn and understand, which is obviously what the rapid profit TikTok ads course and 30-day challenge and case study is all about, which is all within AFLabs, okay? Now, if you're watching this, you're a part of AFLabs, and you should have access to the actual training that goes into the 3 keys, right? Because that's really all that matters. So let's go through each key, and then we'll break them down into the different components within each key. If one of these ingredients, I call this the 3 keys, we can also refer to it as the 3 ingredients to TikTok ad success. The amount of money I've been able to make is not just because I jumped on TikTok and, yes, TikTok is a goldmine right now. However, you need to understand these 3 keys and the fundamentals of paid advertising, of direct response marketing in general, in order to have success, right? Don't be an idiot and come on board by clicking the link below to join AFLabs if you're not a member. Come in and launch an ad and think it's going to be successful, okay? I'm able to do $20,000 per day, $30,000, $45,000 per day. How? Because I understand these 3 concepts, and let's go into them now without wasting too much time. So, it's quite simple, okay? If you want to have profit, which is the goal, you've got to have these 3 keys, okay? The first is a high converting offer. Now this is probably the most like obvious thing, okay? A high converting offer. And by the way, what we're talking about right now, it applies whether you're an affiliate, which is what AFLabs is all about. It's teaching you how to make serious money as an affiliate with paid ads, or if you own your own offer. The bottom line is it needs to be high converting, meaning every time you get a certain amount of traffic to the offer, a certain percent of people, ideally the higher the better, convert into a sale or a lead, whatever that metric is that you're measuring, right? In this case, I'm going to keep it related to being an affiliate, okay? So there are different types of offers that we can run as an affiliate, right? So the most simplest to convert, let me just move this way. And this has to do with your budget as well, right? If you have $500 or less, you should be promoting a paid on action offer. Now, what is a paid on action offer? Paid on action, POA. It's otherwise referred to as lead generation or CPA. It means you get paid for leads. The reason I recommend this is because it's easier to convert a lead generation offer. They're easier to convert because there's less steps for the user to have to go through, okay? So I'll just put lead gen, okay? Now typically, these offers pay out. We generally promote offers that pay out more than $10, but I'm going to put $10. Okay, we've got 15, 25, 38 per lead. Okay, there's an offer that me and some of my one-on-one students are promoting right now. It's exclusive. No one else is promoting this on TikTok, by the way, where we're getting paid $38 per lead. Meaning someone comes to the site, they fill out the form, as soon as they hit submit, you as the affiliate get paid $38. All we need to do is make sure we're driving traffic via TikTok ads to this offer, and we're spending less than we make, okay? The next type of offer is something called a pay per sale. I'll put PPS, okay? Now, this is something where someone has to buy something, okay? So this is typically, it could be e-commerce, it could be a digital product, information product like ClickBank, okay? Now I'll put e-com CPA. What is that? So there's a type of offer that you can promote. It's called e-com CPA, meaning you can promote a physical product, e-commerce, however, as an affiliate, where you get paid a flat amount per sale. So for example, this would be around $50 CPA per sale, okay? So this is done via a network. We have many different networks, okay? So, you know, we're not going to talk about where to get these offers because that's what we go into in AFLabs, the training. And we also have exclusive partnerships with offers in each of these different categories, by the way, that we've partnered with. For example, for paid on action or lead generation, where you get paid per lead, we are partnered with a number of different companies direct. We're also partnered with a number of networks direct, where all of our AFLabs members get direct approval and access to these offers because we've partnered with them, right? So it shortcuts your way to find these, and we basically just give you the offers that convert. Because if you didn't know, let's say you were starting from scratch, okay, like I had to, you have to go, like before this, right, finding a high converting offer, there's a whole process you've got to go through in order to find one, which includes testing a bunch of offers and spending money, to find the one that converts. or going through a whole research process. Just quickly stop this because I'm waiting for my food. Okay. Continue. Going through a whole research process to find a high converting offer, okay? Or in AFLabs, we just give you what works. So, paid on action, where you get paid per lead, or pay per sale, where you can do something called e-com CPA. The product's already proven to convert. The sales page has already been tested and optimized to convert. And this is found through an e-com CPA network, okay? One of them is called Matrix, the other one is called GiddyUp. There's a number of them, okay? Most of the time you have to go through a process to apply and get approved. Inside AFLabs, we help you do that. The next type of pay per sale offer is, I'm just gonna put info/digital/ supplement, okay? This is generally done on a network called ClickBank, okay? Now, if you've seen some of the videos that I've posted, or if you've watched my YouTube channel, the numbers that I've shared, $40,000 per day, was with ClickBank. That was promoting a mix of digital products and supplement offers, meaning it's on ClickBank now you can promote offers which are supplements. However, most of them are going to fall under the category of a VSL offer. So I'm just going to put here the overarching category of offer is actually called a VSL, okay? So generally on ClickBank, pay per sale, no matter whether it's info, digital, or supplement offer, it's a pay per sale where you would generally get paid per sale. However, you'll get something called a rev share, okay? And this is going to be a percentage. Generally, it's about 70%, right, plus, okay? 70% or more. I put the percent in the wrong place. These will fall under the category of VSL, meaning it gets sold via a video sales letter. So these offers, lead gen, you send someone to a form and they fill out the form, you get paid. This offer here, pay per sale, ClickBank style offer, you send them to a video sales letter, and the video sales letter does the selling for you, okay? So it's a slightly different flow and funnel that we send people to, whether if it's a lead gen paid on action offer, or if it's a pay per sale e-com offer, or if it's a pay per sale rev share ClickBank VSL offer, okay? These are three types of main offers that work on TikTok. You need to know how. There's a different strategy for each one, which is where we will come to the next section, which is the second thing you need. Whether you choose a lead gen paid on action offer, which is what I always suggest you start with, okay? One of my students, he's on $3,000 per day already, spending about $1,000 and making $3,000 in return, so about $2,000 profit. He's doing that with one of the lead gen offers, okay? I can't share them. Well, actually, if you're watching, you may be watching this inside AFLabs and you already know what these offers are, or you're watching this on my YouTube channel. Generally, we promote offers here in all of the type of offers that we promote. We always go after what's known as a mass appeal offer. So I'm actually just going to write this here. Where should I write that? Okay. No matter what offer it is, what style of offer, mass market. Okay. Now, mass market, that basically means something that almost anyone in the world will want. And this is broken down into three different categories, okay? there are three types of niches which all humans have pain points that they want solutions to, which we can provide them in the form of an offer, right? That's what we're basically doing. We're solving people's problems. And they generally fall under the following three categories: health, wealth, relationships. These are three primal needs that all humans have. You have them, I have them. We all have needs and wants and problems that we need solving in each of these three areas, okay? Most people want more money. Most people want to save money. Most people need help with getting out of debt. Most people need help improving their credit score. This is under the money category or the wealth category. There are many subcategories within this money/wealth niche. The second is health. Most people would like to improve their health in some form. Most people, not most, but there's a large population, large percentage of the population that needs solutions to certain problems within their health, okay? And this could be weight loss, this could be pain in their body, okay? This could be chronic illnesses, diabetes, ringing in the ears, okay? Hair loss. All of these things that are like problems that humans have, who are looking for solutions to these problems, and if they can find a solution that can help them, they are willing to pay for that solution. And that's where the ClickBank VSL style offers come in. These are typically sold on ClickBank, these types of offers. However, we can also have a e-com/CPA, an e-com offer, a physical product that solves one of these problems in like the health niche. And the final one is relationships. This is typically in the digital space, so ClickBank digital products. We may be able to get paid on any of these as a lead gen paid on action offer, by the way. However, in the lead gen space, we typically go after offers in the money niche, the finance niche. So things like debt consolidation, credit repair, car insurance, car loans, personal loans, loans for people with bad credit, student debt consolidation. These are massive pain points and problems around the world. There are millions and millions of people that need what we have here. And if we can provide someone a way to save money on car insurance, for example, they're going to fill out the form to find out how much they can save. Anything to do with saving money on something that people are already paying for, okay, gas, groceries, any type of insurance, any type of like consumable, any type of service that most of the population have to pay for anyway. If you can show them how to save on that with one of these offers, typically these offers are like comparison sites where, for example, the car insurance one, it's like, okay, see, this site will show you how you can save money on car insurance. You'll definitely be able to save more than you're currently paying. The final niche, relationships. It's anything to do with helping your relationships. Things such as how to manifest your ideal soulmate, your partner, how to get your ex back, how to get your crush or your significant other more interested in you. There are offers on ClickBank that are VSL offers that solve these kind of problems that we can promote on TikTok, okay? Or any paid ads, but we're talking about TikTok here. We also have manifestation offers, okay? Manifestation, law of attraction, which also is like an overarching category for health, wealth, and relationships as well. So we can promote these across all of these areas as well. And I have students promoting manifestation offers too. This comes on the ClickBank VSL, okay? Let's go into the next component. Once you find a high converting offer, which I've kind of broke down the overall categories. There is a process to finding the right ones, right? In AffLabs, we give you the actual offers. Once you have an offer that you know is already converting, the next key is, and this is actually 80% of the success on TikTok, is having a high click-through rate ad. A high click-through rate ad that sends targeted traffic to the high converting offer. The offer is the thing that sells itself. You don't have to worry about the offer. The offer is already made to convert, whether it's a lead gen form, an ecom CPA offer, or a ClickBank BSL offer. These generally will convert if you've gone through the right process that we teach in AffLabs to find these offers and validate them. The next part of the process is a high converting / high click-through rate ad. On TikTok, if you don't have an ad that engages people, that gets a good amount of a percentage of people to click, you're not going to succeed, okay? And the same goes with any page. If no one clicks, basically, right, you're still going to get charged. The way these ad platforms work is they charge you on a CPM basis. And let's say you set your budget to $20 a day. You're going to get charged $20 whether you get 10 clicks or 100 clicks based on the percentage of people that click on your ad, okay? You're always going to get charged. They will always want to charge you the daily budget you've set. So you need to make sure you're maximizing the clicks, okay? You'll get penalized if you have a low amount of people clicking on your ad, okay? So we want a high click-through ad. However, we don't just want a bunch of clicks that are irrelevant to the offer. The clicks need to be relevant. They need to be congruent, meaning the ad needs to send targeted traffic to the offer. So if you're promoting an offer on how to save, an offer that promises to save money on car insurance, well, the ad has to talk about that, right? Because you could get a super high click-through rate. However, the offer is incongruent to what the people click the ad to find out about, and therefore you're not going to be getting enough throughput, meaning the amount of people that click the ad and then go through and fill out the form. So you need to have a high converting a high click-through ad, but also a high converting ad, meaning a high amount of people that click the ad, go through the offer and convert, okay? And there's a specific number we always look for. Typically on the ad level, we want an ad that converts at the bare minimum 2%, okay? The ideal is 5% or more, okay? Because the higher the click-through rate, the lower the cost per click. This is really the holy grail, okay? Inside the rest of, in the next few sections of the superclass, you're obviously watching the intro to superclass number 2, superclass part 2. We go into the ideal amount, and I've actually put together a matrix where I've kind of figured out the ideal click-through rate and what that will cost you per click. So anywhere around 5% click-through rate should get you about between 7 cents per click to 11 cents, right? This is like what I figured out in my testing. In the rest of the superclass, you'll be able to see the matrix diagram I go through with the ideal click-through rate based on what I've seen and how much the cost per click is. Because for example, if you have set a $20 per day budget and you end up paying $1 per click, you're only going to get 20 clicks, okay? Now, is 20 clicks enough to make one conversion or 2 conversions in order to get in a break even or profit? Probably not, okay? if you ended up paying 50 cents a click, you'd now get 40 clicks based on that $20 budget, if that makes sense, right? If you ended up paying 25 cents per click, you'd get 80 clicks, and you'd be paying the exact same. So the aim of the game is get a high click-through rate ad. However, the ad needs to also be high converting, meaning it needs to send targeted traffic, okay? So the traffic it sends to here needs to be targeted, okay? Targeted traffic, okay? Your high click-through rate ad needs to send targeted traffic to the offer, so it becomes a high converting ad, okay? So how do you do this? We obviously have an entire process of how to get a high click-through rate and a high converting ad on TikTok. And we go over that in the next parts of this training, the next parts of the superclass. We have an entire formula. The overview, which I'll go over now, in order to get a high click-through rate and high converting ad, okay, so we've got high CTR and then high converting. I'm just going to put CVR for conversion rate. So high click-through rate, high conversion rate. There are 3 different things we need to know how to do, okay? And in order to create a high click-through rate and high converting ad, it all starts with something called the angle. Okay? The angle is the most important thing, followed by the hook. Now, some people get angle and hook confused. And I'm going to quickly explain what this is, okay? The angle is the overarching theme and message of the ad, okay? And it generally will appeal to a different segment of the audience that you're targeting, okay? I'll give you a quick example. And I learned this from one of my paid traffic mentors about maybe 9 years ago. If we were promoting a dating offer, okay, and this dating offer was targeted towards women. So let's say we're promoting a dating website where we get, and there are offers like this, where we get paid for leads. And there are dating offers for dating sites or dating apps where you basically get paid for leads when someone registers an account with a dating site, like let's say Match.com, let's say, or someone downloads Tinder, whatever dating apps. I don't really use these apps. So let's say we're promoting a dating offer and we decided we want to target just women. So one angle would be, we would create an ad talking about bearded men, right? This is the best place to find bearded men with beards, facial hair, because some women will react towards men with beards because that's what they're into, okay? Another angle would be athletic men, because that will appeal to another segment of the female audience. A percentage of the audience of females will be interested in athletic men. So they're gonna click the ad because it appeals to them, right? The other ones who have a thing for guys with beards are gonna click on that ad, okay? The other ad, the third angle could be muscular men, bodybuilders, women that are into men who have a muscular physique, okay? I'm trying to get back into shape because I used to be into bodybuilding and I'm in the process of getting back into being lean and muscular, by the way. So that's the third angle. And you can go on and on. I hope you can kind of understand this, okay? A great exercise for you to do to come up with angles is to just think about the different things, the different topics, or the different pain points, or the different pleasures and desires that your market has related to the offer that you're promoting, okay? Now, we have a whole process for coming up with angles, okay? Coming up with angles is the big key to printing millions and millions of dollars online. The angle changes the psychology of the visitor, right? And the angle in the ad will affect the conversion rate of the offer, okay? So this is all how to create a high click-through rate, high converting ad. It starts off by knowing how to come up with an angle, and then how to come up with a hook. The hook is basically the first 3 to 5 seconds. Now, we could have one angle and we could test 3 different hooks. The hooks is basically the intro, the first 3 to 5 seconds of that ad. And typically, we always start with one hook and multiple angles. And then once we see what angle works, we then start testing different hooks. Now, I'll give you a quick framework. We always want to go wide, and what that means is we need a framework, okay? And this is where we're going to get to the media buying strategy. How many angles do we create? How many ads do we create? Okay? As a baseline, I'm just going to give you this, okay? We want to test at least 5 angles, okay? 5 angles, right? And we want them to be wide. And what do I mean by wide? It means they need to be completely different angles, because what we're doing is we're basically casting a fishing net, right? Or let's say fishing in a pond, and we're casting 5 different fishing poles with different baits on each one, right? To see which ones get the most fish, if that makes sense. So going back to the dating angle, right? Bearded men, muscular men, athletic men, men with tattoos, okay? Skinny men, right? Hairy men, the list goes on. That would be 5 wide angles. And the reason we start with 5 is because, first of all, the traffic's not free, is it, right? We need a baseline framework to go with. So the bigger your budget, the more angles you can test to begin with, okay? And when I mean 5 angles, that basically means 5 ads, okay? 1 ad per angle, 5 different angles. And there's a whole formula we have for creating angles, okay, which is basically revealed in the rest of part 2 and 3 of the Rapid Profit TikTok Ads Superclass that you're reviewing right now, as well as the Rapid Profit TikTok Ads in-depth tutorials, right? The Superclass will give you most of what you need to know. The tutorials are the more in-depth, where we literally deep dive into everything in even more detail, okay? The next, so that's 5. Okay, so the next part of the high click-through, high converting ad formula, okay, it all starts with knowing how to create angles. The next part is the type of TikTok ad. Now, we're combining the messaging with TikTok ads, meaning we need to know how to create a TikTok in the style of TikTok that makes it look native to the platform, because the big message here is you need to make your ad look like a native TikTok. And what I mean by that is it needs to look like a TikTok video that's made by someone's friend. So when someone's scrolling through the newsfeed, people don't like ads, okay? You don't like ads, I don't like ads, right? You obviously are watching this, you've joined AFLabs because you saw an ad somewhere. I didn't make it seem like an ad. I hooked you in, right? By using an angle, appeal to one of your desires. Maybe you joined because you want to get away from some pain point that money can solve, or you want to get to, or you have some desires that money can get you, right? That's how my way of promoting AFLabs, because it's to do with making money. However, you may have not joined if I just went in with like a blatant ad, right? Now there's like a balance here. You need to kind of know how to balance the two. It's obviously an ad, we know it's an ad, but we don't want our viewer to think it's an ad. So we want to make it look like a native TikTok. This is what TikTok ads is, and this is why TikTok ads is doing so well for myself, my students, and hopefully you. Maybe you are one of my students that's already doing well. So there are actually 11 TikTok ads templates that I have actually found and formulated in my research and in my testing as well, that basically always work, okay? So you've got to first, it always starts with the angle, the overall message, and then obviously what's said in the ad. And once you have that, that's the copy side of things, the messaging. Once you have that, you need to then put that into one of the 11 templates or styles of TikTok ads, right? Now, sometimes it's a case of testing a couple of different styles, or you just choose one and go with it. The most important thing is that we are testing 5 wide angles at the start, okay? So we generally like to keep things simple. We like to focus on the messaging first, and then the style and template second. However, you want to choose one of them, right? And inside the next video in the super class that you're watching now, okay? We go into all of these different styles, and I show you examples of each one, which is super exciting, because you'll have a massive aha moment after you watch this. You're like, oh wow, I see this, I can do it, right? So I'm basically giving everything to you in the next section, right? Part 2, this is the intro section. The next section, we go into the slides, into the computer, and I show you first of all how to create how to find a high converting offer, the different places to get high converting offers. I give you the network to sign up to, how to get approved. I show you the offers that are converting. You sign up to them, and I then show you how to come up with a high click-through rate, high converting TikTok ad, which is the second part of the formula, by knowing how to create angles and combining that with one of the 11 TikTok ads templates, okay? This is a formula for massive success. Hopefully you're starting to get some aha moments here. This leads us into the next section, the final key to success, okay? With TikTok ads. By this point, we have 5 ads, we're ready to go, okay? Now, if you have trouble creating the ads, right? There's a little pitch here, because I'm a marketer, I've got to always keep selling to you. Well, I don't have to, but you know, I heard this from one of my mentors a long time ago. He said, you know, you're learning how to do business, right? You're learning how to make money. You're starting a business, right? So we have to be straight with each other. The purpose of being in business is to make money, right? Unless you're a charity, you still need to make money if it's a charity to be able to fund the charity, right? I heard from a mentor a long time ago, maybe 12 years ago. He said, you know, my purpose as a marketer is 2 things. First is to give you amazing value. My first job is to give you amazing value that will help you achieve the goal that you are watching this training for. My second goal is to offer you something of even more value, which you'll exchange money with me for. So the next before we go to the next section, I just want to let you know that if you are having trouble coming up with angles, or if you're someone who just would like to pay for results, okay, we actually have a team that we will create your ads for you. We'll come up with the copy, the angles, we'll then film it for you, we'll get the UGC creator to create the ad for you, we'll create the templates, we'll edit it, we'll do everything. Okay, this is part of my agency called smartadvertiser.co. We're currently managing a couple of different clients, not a couple, a number of clients, where we create 25 ads for them per month. We run their ads for them. We manage their campaigns for them. If you're interested in that, send me a message or an email, okay? There should be contact info here somewhere. I almost forgot the last part of the success to having a high converting ad, right? We've got the 11 templates. The final part is something called UGC, okay? User generated content. The ad needs to be created and by a person who, it could be you, it doesn't have to be you, right? It's called user generated content. In the next section, you'll see the examples, but if you've seen these before, right? It's a person holding an iPhone, recording themselves speaking, right? It has to look native and raw. It can't look like an ad. If it looks like an ad, if it's a professionally designed video, like if you went and paid thousands of dollars and created a professional branded ad, it's not going to do well, okay? Unless you're a big brand that has millions of dollars to spend on awareness campaigns and branding, that's totally different, okay? We're doing direct response marketing. It needs to look raw and it needs to fit into the TikTok style. You know, do yourself a favor, download TikTok and start going through it, looking at the content. It has to look like what TikTok content looks like, okay? So that's that. Now let's say you now have 5 ads, maybe you paid smartadvertiser.co to create your ads for you, or you've done them yourself. The third part is the media buying strategy. And what does this mean? We have 5 ads, right? 5 separate angles. We have a high converting offer that we know is converting. We've gone through the process of finding the high converting offer. Now we need to launch a campaign. So now we have 5 angles. Maybe I should have stood here the whole time because it's quite, yeah. Anyway. So you have your high converting offer, you have your 5 angles, 5 ads that are following one of the 11 TikTok ad templates, okay? You've learned how to do this by going through the next section, right? The next part is launching a campaign. You need a framework of how to launch these ads, how much to spend, what your daily budget should be, how much do you spend before turning off your ad? How much should you spend before you continue your ad? These are some of the questions I had when I first started paid ads. You know, it's like, okay, cool, I can pay for these ads, but how long do I run an ad for before I should expect a sale? When should I expect to be into profit? I recently did a survey to my email list, my subscriber list. If you haven't joined it, it's called AF Insider. If you're part of AF Labs watching this right now, you should be part of it. And I said, what's the number one problem you have when it comes to paid advertising, making money with paid ads? And the most common response was not knowing how much I should spend before I expect to get into profit. And maybe this is a question you have, and it's something that a lot of people, they don't have the answer to. I've even asked like some big time, you know, when I was first starting out, you know, one of the lucky things with me, with my journey, is that early on in my internet marketing / affiliate marketing career, I started networking, going to different events, conferences, let's say Affiliate World, Affiliate Summit. Well, Affiliate World's pretty new. Affiliate Summit, okay, Traffic and Conversion Summit, okay, JV Alert Live. So it's an old one, a good one. A lot of different events when I first started, and this allowed me to network and make friends with some pretty big players right now who, you know, there are a lot of gurus that you see now who I met a long time ago that I can just contact because I met them a long time ago. And this is leading into what I'm about to say next, is that because of these relationships, I've been able to get in contact with some of these people who are doing really well with paid advertising before I started doing well. and send them a message like, for example, a guy that was spending $100,000 per day on ads, making $200,000 per day. I messaged him on Facebook, let's say 6 years ago. I was like, hey, how are you, man? Like, hey, quick question. This was when I was doing Facebook ads, okay? I was like, all right, okay, cool. Like, I get the paid traffic thing, but my one question is this, okay? What is your testing strategy? How much do you spend on an ad before you expect it to make money? And he basically said, yeah, you need a framework based on your budget, okay? Most of the other people I asked, they never were able to give me the answer. This guy was the only guy that gave me the answer that allowed me to use that and develop my own formula. So basically, the media buying strategy, you're buying ads, buying media on TikTok ads now, okay? Now, let's assume that all of this works, okay? Let's assume we've got a high converting offer, we've got 5 ads that are, you've done everything that we teach you in the next section of the superclass, right? Because in the next section of the superclass, this is part 2 and part 3. The rest of part 2 of the Rapid Profit TikTok Ads superclass, we go into where to find a high converting offer, how to find it. I show you all of the offers, how much you get paid for each one, how to sign up. And then I go into the formula of how to create a high click-through, high converting ad. And then part 3, we go into the media buying strategy, because that's the big, they're all important. That's why it's 3 keys to TikTok ad success. You need a strategy. So what is it? We have 5 ads. We need to launch these 5 ads, okay? Now, how much you spend on the ad is all determined by the payout of the offer. Please write this down, okay? I'm gonna give you an example, okay? Your budget and how much you spend on each ad and how much you should spend on each ad before you should expect to make money is determined 100% by, maybe not 100%, but it's largely determined by the payout you receive. Because we need to make the numbers work. The economics need to work in our favor. If the traffic was free, it wouldn't really matter, would it? We'd just run freaking ads all day long and get conversions and be rich, right? Now, I've done very, very well, and I'm doing well today. I'll do well tomorrow. I'll always do well because I understand all of this, and I want you to do well because you're part of AFLabs. So let me give you an example, okay? What we need is a testing framework for when we launch the first 5 ads, okay? Now, I'm not going to go into, what kind of objective do we choose? Is it a conversion campaign, traffic? Is it, a purchase conversion or page view or any of that? I'm not going to go into that. That we learn in the rest of the training, okay? That's more to do with the ad setup and the platform side of things, okay? We're just going to go into the testing strategy in this video. In part 3, we go into the media buying strategy in ridiculous detail. You'll be able to apply this media buying strategy as well as the high click-through rate, high converting ad strategy, and the high converting offer strategy. You'll be able to apply this to anything, not just TikTok ad, to any paid traffic channel now or in the future, right? How do you think I do so well? Do you think this just came, everything other than the TikTok ad templates, right? Everything other than the style of visual of the ad, everything outside of that is because of my understanding of how to run paid traffic on other platforms, okay? Which is why in the welcome video in Superclass Part 1, we went so deep into the fundamentals. Remember I talked about leading a stranger down a path, getting them to take an action which results in you making money? We're persuading a stranger to do something that results in us making money, okay? So let's go back into the media buying strategy. First of all, what's the payout? I'm gonna keep it simple, and I'm gonna say we're getting paid $20 per lead, okay? And we're doing a car insurance offer any type of lead gen offer, we're getting to pay $20, okay? This is the media buying strategy. This is all about numbers, right? And this is why if you have a lower budget, you need to be promoting a lower payout offer. So if you've got $500 or less, right? I'm going to assume $500, right? Budget. So my budget is $500, okay? Anything $500 or below, I will suggest promoting an offer that is no more than a $20, $30 payout. Because what this means is that you're going to be able to test more. Because the higher the payout usually means that the more steps the user has to go through before you get the conversion, right? So for example, a ClickBank VSL offer is a pay per sale offer, meaning anytime someone has to buy something, there's generally less people who perform that action, buying, versus not needing to buy and just filling out a form. This is something called friction. There's less friction with a lead gen offer, meaning you test more, because we need to also keep something in mind, and it's called statistical significance. What this means is, we go back to the section where I mentioned, if we had a $20 a day budget and we had a low click-through rate ad and we ended up paying $1 per click, we're only going to get 20 clicks. 20 clicks is not enough. It's not statistically significant, okay? 100 clicks is more of a better sample size, because you can't make a decision based on a handful of clicks. Maybe you'll get lucky, okay? So we want to be able to get at least 100 clicks to the offer from each ad in order to make a decision, because 100 clicks is it's a bigger size pool of people. A percentage of that pool will always convert, okay? Typically 2% on a pay per sale offer is usually about 1 or 2% of people will buy. So I'm going to keep it at let's say we're getting $20 per lead, okay? Okay, so the offer will be in blue, okay? Let's say $20 per lead, okay? So this is the offer we're promoting. I'm going to pay $20 per lead. So for each ad that we test, we will always need my framework, okay? This is my framework. I will always spend at least 3 times the payout on each ad before I make a decision, okay? So, in terms of budget, okay, 3 times payout. So what's that? So 3 times $20, right? So that means basically I need to be able to spend $60 per ad to get something called initial test data. We don't want to go too complicated here, but let's say we've got 5 ads, okay, times, let's do this in black, okay, times 5 ads equals, well, 6 times 5, 350, right? Wow, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Or is it 300? It's 300. Got it wrong. Trying to be smart there and figure out quickly. It's actually simple math. So for the first 5 ads, we've now determined, because we're getting $20 per lead, and we're willing to spend 3 times the payout on each ad, times 5 ads, 5 wide angles, we need at least a $300 budget to get something called statistical significant data. We need to run a test, okay? Now, fortunately, TikTok ads, by default at the moment, we're at a time in this period where TikTok ads are cheaper than most other platforms, okay? So obviously, if you were trying this on Facebook ads or Google, let's say, maybe a little bit more expensive. Fortunately, right now, that's why you need to jump on TikTok ads right now. You're obviously part of the superclass, you're watching this. If somehow you're watching this for free, you better join AFLabs and the Rapid Profit TikTok Ads 30-day challenge and case study to learn all of this in depth, because you won't see the next video if you're not a member anyway, where we go over all of these 3 keys in detail, as well as me showing you an example, as well as the 30-day challenge. You get to watch me do each of this step of the process in detail every day over 30 days, and you get to watch me set up a live campaign while doing these 3 keys, right? That's the best way to learn. You won't find anything else like that. Okay, so 5 ads, we need 300. If the offer payout was $40, well, then we would basically need to double that budget to 600, right? Because typically, unless the offer was exactly the same and we got twice the payout, that usually doesn't happen, okay? The payout is usually determined by the ease of how easy it is to convert, right? Which is why lead gen offers usually pay, because the company's paying us for leads because they need to make money on the back end by selling them the service, right? So that's why they pay us a certain amount to acquire targeted leads. So I have something I haven't figured out an exact name, but this is my frame, okay? I would generally run these ads, okay, for 2 days, okay? So I'd basically spread that over 2 days. So first of all, I'd have to figure out now, my overall budget's 300, how much do I spend on each ad, okay? 300 divided by 5, okay, is $60. Yeah, $60 per ad, okay? So, I would, in this scenario, spend $60 per ad divided by 2 days. Okay, if I'm spending $60 per ad, that means I'll be spending $30 per day per ad. Okay, so this is the key number here right now. So we have 5 ads. Let's just write this here. Okay, we've got 5 ads. I just put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And each ad, we're spending 30, 30, 30, okay? This is angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, angle 4, angle 5, okay? Now, we've combined that with all of this stuff in the ad process, okay? Now, the key here is 5 wide angles. We're testing which fishing line hooks in the fish, right? So we have 5 wide angles. The TikTok ads algorithm is very, very smart. Generally, in the first 24, 48 hours, TikTok is going to know who your audience is, okay? Because this is the next part of the media buying strategy, and that's called seasoning the pixel. So I'm just going to put here, season pixel, which we won't talk about now, right? TikTok does, let's say our audience is 10 million. It's a mass appeal offer. We generally don't do like specific targeting when we run TikTok ads in this strategy, the rapid profit TikTok ad strategy, we don't like target specific types of people at the start, because we're promoting a mass market offer, meaning we can just set it as broad. Broad targeting generally gets the cheapest traffic, and what we do is we let the angle, the messaging, call out the user. We let people identify themselves by clicking on the ad because of the angle. So in the first 48 hours, the results we get, it basically means we're either going to get better results or worse results, right? If we get good results in the first 48 hours, we can generally expect the results to get better as a pixel starts to learn. Because it's a pixel-based platform, it's an algorithmic-based platform, the pixel starts to learn. That's why we have to go through something called the learning phase. It starts to learn about our ideal avatar, our ideal customer. Because at the end of the day, TikTok want you to spend more money, so they're going to go and find the people that they think are going to make you money, and you have to do that by giving it enough budget. Okay, now this is the most basic. Obviously, if you're advanced and you're watching this, this is the most basic strategy. We have way more advanced stuff that we go into in AF Labs, in the rest of the training. This is the basic framework that you need to follow. Okay, budget is determined by three times the payout over 5 ads. Okay, now if you've watched the previous superclass training, I talk about the power plays. We talked about 6 ads. 5 ads is the minimum, 6 may be ideal, but let's just keep it as 5 in this example. Okay, I don't want to confuse you. So here's what we do. Well, let's say we spend all of that. What we want to do, by the way, we run the ads, we don't touch them. Okay, we just let it run for 48 hours. After 48 hours, we check back and see what happened. Now, what I generally do, and this is assuming that you only have 500 and you've allocated 300, okay? I may have allocated the whole 500 because the more budget you have, the more testing you can do. I may have just allocated the whole 500 and readjusted the numbers, but in this case, we'll do something called rapid testing, okay? In all of the ads, over 48 hours, I just put 48 hours. Like, how do I do this? Let's just go here. Okay. 48 hours, okay? We need to have at least one conversion, okay? This is the key number. Now, if we made 1 conversion on ad 5, we made 0 on ad 4, we made 2 on ad 3, we made 2 on ad 2, we made 0 on ad 1. Okay? Ad 5 we had 1 conversion, meaning we made $20. Ad 4 we made 0. Ad 3 we made $40. We made $40 on ad 2, and we made 0, I'll leave it there, on ad 1, okay? Now the key is 1. If we made at least 1 sale or 1 conversion, we run it for another 2 days. That's how I do it, okay? But you may be wondering, oh, on ad number 5, I spent 30 but I only made 20. Well, it doesn't matter, because you made a conversion and you only spent 30, meaning it works. It just means you need to let the pixels sort of season a little bit more, and you just need to make the numbers work. So we go into a phase called optimizing here, and that's a whole nother process which we go through in the training. These two, these 2 ads are in profit. We keep it running. Let's just say one of these ads was in break even. Again, we keep it running. Okay, and this is all while the pixel is going through something called learning phase. Okay, I just put L phase. Okay, over the first 7 days it goes through learning phase. You need to give it enough budget. However, while it's going through learning phase, the conversions will always be less than what it is once it's out of learning phase. It has to learn who your audience is, right? Now, we want to get the best chance of success by creating a good ad from the get-go. High click-through rate, high converting. We start to see the numbers here. Now, sometimes, if you're running a large budget like we do for our clients and for our own internal campaigns, ClickBank, Ecom, paid on action, right? We sometimes run a budget and run a campaign for a week without expecting any sales because we're just trying to season that pixel. We need to typically, you need to typically get 50 conversions on the pixel for the pixel to learn who your ideal customer is, because after 50, it then starts going after the right person in even more precision, and your results usually skyrocket. We won't go through that here, obviously. We'll go through that in part 3 of the superclass. But that's basically the rapid testing formula for TikTok ads of what I have personally been doing, okay? It doesn't mean it's the only way, doesn't mean it's just the right way. This is how I do it, this is what I teach, right? Now, we have a number of different formulas inside Rapid Profit TikTok ads, inside AffLabs. This is the base framework, okay? So in this case, what I would do is ad number 4 and ad number 1, I would pause. I would continue running ad 2, 3, and 5. However, this is when hooks come in. This is where hooks come in, okay? Ad number 1 and 4 didn't make a conversion. So that means if I keep running it, the numbers may not work, okay? We need to make the numbers work. We may spend another $30 and make 1 conversion because sometimes we didn't get enough traffic to the ad to get a conversion, meaning these ads got a low click-through rate, meaning there was less people coming to the offer, meaning let's say we need 100 people, for example, to make 1 conversion. Yeah, right. This is an example. They didn't reach enough traffic because the ad didn't get a high enough click-through rate, but it still spent the daily budget. It will generally always spend the daily budget, whether you got a very low amount of clicks or a high amount of clicks. So what does it mean? We go into optimization phase with these two, and we simply will basically edit the ad and change the 3-second or 5-second hook. So what I'll then do, this is the second part, this is the part of the process I go into for optimizing my ads. I'll have a little process where hopefully I would have come up with a couple of hooks, or, okay, I take ads 1 and 4, angle 1, angle 4. I'm like, okay, the intro for these 2 ads didn't seem to hook people in, or the overall ad might have been bad. The first thing to change is just the hook, okay? Because maybe the hook could hook someone in to watch the rest of the ad and actually get them to click. So I'll basically create a separate hook for ad 1 and a separate hook for ad 4, depending on what the angle is, okay? Sometimes you can use the same hook and lead into another angle if it relates. But let's just say, and there's a whole formula we go into this, okay? Maybe we want to appeal to someone's fear emotions or their primal desire emotion a little bit more in ad 1. So we'll change the hook, okay? Now all of this is taught inside part 2. We are in part 2 at the beginning, in the next stages of part 2 of the Rapid Profit TikTok Ads Superclass, which we're gonna go into the slides, we're gonna get off the whiteboard, go into the slides and start going into the offer section, the high converting click-through rate, high converting TikTok ad formula, the 11 TikTok ad templates, how to come up with angles, the angle section. I mean, you can, look, the part on how to create angles and hooks and the ad formula, I call it the Rapid Profit ad formula. This is a skill you'll have for life. You'll be able to print money with the written word, okay? This is what I've been doing my entire internet marketing career. I started doing internet marketing when I was at college. In my second year, figured out that this is probably what I'm gonna be very good at and enjoy doing. I was working at a supermarket making £6 per hour, like $8 per hour, standing behind the friggin' till, wondering why am I taking in £200 per hour into the cash register, but I'm only getting paid £6 per hour. That doesn't make sense. Oh, then a light bulb went off in my head. I can get people to give me money by running ads to sell things on the internet.
And then I realized, oh shit, I need to learn, excuse my language, I need to learn how to write good copy that entices people to pay attention to my ad, click on the ad, build trust with them, persuade them that this is going to solve their problem, make the sale or the conversion. This is why I've made so much money and why my students are making so much money. Hopefully you can tell by what I'm teaching you that you're going to make a lot of money too if you commit to mastering this thing and being good at it, asking questions, okay? If you're part of Rapid Profit TikTok Ads 30-day challenge and case study, if you're part of AF Labs, you can ask me questions on the Q&As that happen every 2 days. Every 2 days we do a live Q&A at a certain time every day. So every 2 days. Go through the training. If you don't understand something, jump on and ask me a question, okay? This is what we do. I'm making tons of money with my campaigns. I'm helping my students make money. You're obviously also paying me and AF Labs money to learn this information. So it all works. It's an amazing ecosystem. Money is flowing, okay? Let's keep it flowing back to you. So this is Jani here, and thank you. The next section, Rapid Profit TikTok Ads Superclass Part 2, will be continued below in the slide form, okay? This is the first section where we went over the overview, the 3 keys to Rapid Profit TikTok Ad success. The next section will go into each of these in detail. Part 3 goes into the media buying strategy in detail. If you have questions, jump on one of the live Q&As and ask me a question. Okay, if you're watching this, maybe I have put a section of this for free on YouTube to entice you to think about how good it would be if you join AF Labs today and claim your discount. Then you can jump on and ask me a question after you go through this in live Q&A and have me help you. Or maybe you just want to pay smartadvertiser.co to create your ads for you. I always have to do a little bit of selling at the end to show that I'm a marketer. So, okay, I'll see you in the next section. Hope you enjoyed this.
Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the full version of the superclass part, the intro to the superclass, where I shared 3 keys to rapid profits with TikTok ads. That's just the first part of the superclass. In AF Labs, you get to watch the entire superclass, which is actually 3 parts, and this makes up the whole meat of the training of the rapid profit TikTok ads system. And that is then accompanied with a 30-day challenge and case study, which we're just about to start, depending on when you're watching this video. So right now we're about to start a brand new 30-day challenge and case study where I'm going to start a brand new TikTok ads campaign myself, where you get to watch me live every single day, where I create the campaign, I find the offer, I set up the ad, I create the ad, launch it, profit, and then scale, with the idea of going from $0 to $10,000 in 30 days. While you watch me every day and you do it together with me, and then you get to ask me questions, like a live Q&A session every single week. Now, we're currently running a special to get access to the Rapid Profit TikTok Ads 30-day challenge and case study, where you'll be able to join the next case study, which is about to start. So to find information on this and to claim your discount to join AF Labs, there should be a link below where I've got a document where you can read over all the info and get access, because we're currently running a huge discount. I'm not sure when I'm going to end it. So just check it out, all right? This is not like a hard sell. Check it out, and I look forward to seeing you on the 30-day challenge and case study. Take care. See you in AF Labs.